Welcome to Hey Dr. Sue. So people submit their sex questions to me anonymously, and once a week I post one question and one answer. Do you have a sex question you've always wanted answered? Go ahead and check out the description for information on how to submit it anonymously. Before I get into this week's question, I want to say that the title of this video is a way shorter version of what you're seeing on your screen. And I've done this to questions in the past, and the people who submitted the questions will actually follow up with, like, why did you shorten my title? And the reason is because I am limited to a character count. But you can see on the screen the whole question. So here it is. My sexual fantasies disturb me, and I'm sure it's due to some unhealthy hatred I'm carrying around inside me, but I can't talk about the fantasies or the hatred in order to explore what it's all about, because everyone, including paid therapists, either start freaking out or start being cringe-inducingly flirtatious with me. How can I find someone to speak at length with who is as sincere as stoic as you are? Let me start by saying I think it's commendable that you recognize that there are some problems with your fantasies and that you want to address them. I'm going to talk about options for how to find a therapist who can help you later on. But in the meantime, there are a few things I want you to think about. And I know you may have already done some of this work, but just in case there are others who are also having disturbing sexual fantasies, these steps might help them. So, have you thought about what it is about the fantasies that disturbs you? Is it because you think it's not normal? Does it go against the values or belief systems you learned growing up? I ask because the measurement we use to decide if something is disturbing is rooted in what we were taught was normal and acceptable. One person I worked with had fantasies that were disturbing for her. They centered around bondage and power play. She truly thought that there was something wrong with her because she had grown up believing that anything remotely kink-related was a sign of mental illness and depravity. Things changed for her simply by talking about the fact that engaging in kink-related activities is not a sign of mental illness, and fantasies about doing so are actually quite common. It also helped her to realize that having a fantasy about engaging in that type of behavior didn't mean she actually had to do it in real life. And that's something I want people to keep in mind. Just because you have a fantasy, it does not need to become your reality if you don't want to engage in those specific behaviors. It can just stay in the fantasy realm. For another example, I've worked with people who were raised in a deeply religious environment, and they would describe their sexual fantasies about people of the same sex as disgusting and disturbing. That was firmly rooted in their belief systems, and it took them some time to really understand that, and some time to accept that not everyone views same-sex fantasies as disturbing. It's actually quite the opposite. Many people think those types of fantasies are normal, and some find them downright erotic. And that gets me into the hatred part of your question. Is it a self-hatred? A hatred towards a specific group of people? For the people having same-sex fantasies, there was a lot of hatred expressed towards men who have sex with men. There was also a lot of internalized homophobia. There are a lot of layers to this, and I don't think you have to figure it all out on your own. But it may help you to understand what's going on better if you have a better grasp of why you find the fantasies disturbing and who the hatred is directed to. Moving forward, I would recommend that you work with a mental health professional. I know you say you've tried this before, but it is possible for people to become mental health professionals in the United States and to have absolutely zero training in sex-related issues. So I think you need to find someone who has training in this area. I suggest you check out the ASECT website. ASECT is the American Association of Sexuality Educators, Counselors, and Therapists, and there is a link to their located professional page in the description of this video. If you're not based in the US, don't worry. You can use this page to find ASECT certified counselors and therapists in other countries. Use this page to start your vetting process. Just because they have a background in sex doesn't mean they'll be a good fit for you. I think people forget that the first healthcare professional you work with may not be a good fit. And this isn't just mental health. I say this about all aspects of healthcare. I truly believe that your healthcare should be a shared decision-making process with your healthcare team. And I know that doesn't always happen. But that means that if you don't think that someone is a good match for you, that it's okay and you can try and find someone who will be a better fit. And for the record, if you experience flirtation from a therapist, that is not okay, regardless if it was cringeworthy or not. I wish you the best of luck finding someone who's a good fit for you. If you need more help, just let me know. And until next time, be safe and have fun. Did you like that video? If so, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll know when new videos come out. Also check out the description to find out how to find me on Instagram, Medium, and Threads. And make sure to check the description for links where you can submit your own sex question.